What's going on, guys? Welcome back to some more Feed the Beast episode 4. And actually I haven't recorded one of these in over 2 weeks, so it's going to be weird as hell. But what we're doing right now is leaving my mouse to stand still. And as you can see, it really doesn't want to play fair. It actually does not want to cooperate at all. So we're going to be playing this game on extra hard mode, which is... I don't know how I feel about that, but we'll get through it hopefully. And hopefully we don't die at the consequence of my mouse being a butthole. But anyway, what's going on, guys? And I'm sorry I haven't released one of these in quite a while. Been quite busy over the Christmas break. Have not thought of making videos, and as such, I think it's time to get back into them. And hopefully you guys are still keen on Feed the Beast, but today we're going to be working on a bit of armors because, I don't know about you guys, but iron just doesn't cut the mustard. When we're playing a mod, it's as flavorful as this one. We're going to at least want to upgrade our armor, the most basic of gear. But, as I said, I haven't played this in a while, and I just logged in to say this dude just still chilling here. So, I don't know how long we can keep him, but the goal is to have this creeper sit in my Let's Play world for as long as possible without him exploding. So, obviously, he's probably going to despawn unless we get a world anchor set up before we go any further distance. But I'd like to have him around for a while. If you guys don't know, in the previous live stream I completely got trolled. For those who didn't see the end of episode 3, after that I actually ended up doing some live streaming, and someone gave me the brilliant idea of shooting my portal on the moon and also onto my front door. And for those who haven't played this mod for themselves, if you do that, you kind of experience gravity at its finest, and you lose the front half of your house. So I've kind of DIY'd this place back up, and I fixed it as best I could, and I'm not quite sure if it's exactly the same as we had it before, but anyway, it looks nice. Even if it does look different, I think it looks fine. But yeah, pro tip, if anyone tells you to shoot a portal gun to the moon, do not listen, otherwise you probably... Oh my god, of course I can't sleep. God damn, I really should have thought about that a little bit more before designing my creeper trap. But yeah, I might have to kill this guy. And it may be very hard considering that we can't really aim our cursor too well. But this is going to be the most awkward takedown of a creeper ever. Oh god. Actually, if we can time this is going to be ridiculous. Oh god, that's the wrong one I wanted. I did not want that at all. The goal was to send him on to a magical journey up into the mountains. Didn't happen though. But yeah, one massive issue I may or may not be having right now for my videos is that I only have I don't have any headphones. So if you're not hearing any Minecraft audio and or it's only coming out of your right ear, I do apologize. But anyway, we better get underway for our armor. And I'm actually playing really strangely right now because I really don't have a setup as such. So we got a keyboard underneath the desk, and I'm kind of guessing where the fuck my keys are, and I really don't know where the inventory button is. There we go, bam. Okay, that was really annoying. So it's going to be annoying to press the space bar. I have to full on take my whole person underneath the desk just to write a word, and I feel like this is ridiculous. This is a massive anti-sound measure I'm going through right now. But I can't touch type for shit, so we're just going to try and guess. And then the suit of armor we're going to be going for is the nano suit. And obviously I'd like to make the blade as well, but advanced alloy, energy crystals, it's so complicated. I might get some of that gear off camera, but for now I think we're just going to focus on the nano suit leggings. Not the leggings, the actual, just the suit itself. So the boots, the helmet, the chest piece, the breast holder, and all that stuff. So that's our goal for the episode. Get all that all together, and we should be a bit more armored up. My mouse is seriously hating life right now. A little bit more armored up as opposed to iron, and I'm not quite sure if it's any better or worse, but it definitely is black and looks cooler, so we're going to be getting that instead. And I feel like I want to take this off already. And I don't know why I have a second pair of armor in terms of iron. I may have accidentally done that. I don't remember doing so, but then again, I haven't played in forever, so all we need to do for this stuff, for those who haven't played this game, and made this for themselves, it's basically just made out of coal, but you kind of have to put it through a shit stain of different processing just to get it to that stage. So what we're going to need to do, I'm not quite sure, a powered furnace, really? So yeah, that's something we're going to probably have to make. unless the furnace is just going to suffice. I imagine we're going to need a power furnace, but I think that's probably what we're just going to have to go for. And we've got, what the hell, we need a Christmas cracker, some bricks, a bunch of copper and some weird stuff. And I don't know how confident I feel making this thing, but I definitely will give it a go. The materials are such, like, not too hard, but they actually look like they're ridiculous to make. But when it comes to the actual recipes, they're not too hard. Thank God, otherwise I wouldn't know how to make a video. I don't know, there's some stuff in this mod that I just cringe over, and I probably will have to do a lot of research over just before I can actually freaking use the stuff. And I think I actually derped out just then. Unless we can macerate ore completely. I forget which one is the macerator. And yes, I think we've actually derped out. Really got to keep that generator going, otherwise the macerator is not going to do much without any power. And I'm looking for ways to kind of get power other than the generator, and I'm looking at different kinds of power, and solar is definitely something I want to go for, but it does look very expensive, so wind or water I think are my only two other options. And I've checked out some water mills and they look pretty cool, but we probably will look into that a little bit more in the future. For now we've got to get some stuff on our skin so we don't die to creepers, and because that's the worst way to die ever. But the general base ingredient is coal, so we need to get a lot of that stuff. I do have a lot of it, but what I might do, guys, considering the fact that I don't have much of these materials, I may have to go and look for some of them off camera, depending on whether or not I have them. Like stuff like bricks, I don't think I'm going to have. I don't generally collect clay unless it's really needed, which is never, because clay is pretty much useless unless you actually need it for like a modded build. In regular Minecraft, you don't really see yourself using bricks too often, unless of course you're making a house out of bricks, and that kind of flips the story on its head. But the rest of this stuff isn't too hard to make. We only need a bit of iron and glass, and I'm pretty sure we have most of that stuff. Probably not the biggest amount of quantities, but in saying that, we don't really need much of it. So just going to make one of these things. I don't plan on making a shite load, but again, the question mark is just a godsend, and it's very helpful. And I don't know if it feels like I'm cheating with this giant screen next to me just telling me what to do. Minecraft was always fun trying to guess your way through it, but it was also really annoying, so I'm not quite sure if I'm happy or sad about the fact that they just let me know the recipes whenever I want them. I guess it is just pure convenience. But what I might do, guys, we might actually go on a little quest to go and get some clay, but before we do that, we've got to rest our feet and our person before we head off. Otherwise, we're going to run out of stamina. And thank God that isn't in this game, because my dude would be huffing and puffing all the time. All he does is chow down on fatty meat, doesn't get barely any exercise, all he does is fly around like a lazy poo face, and goddamn, my inventory is congested. But if we get, oh my goodness, I'm so bad with the controls, especially when you've got a keyboard underneath the desk. Very, very dodgy kind of scenario we've got going on here. But anyway, we shall continue on to our furnace, and if I ever do a map download, you'll notice that this is completely hollow. This can be the evidence that proves the fact that a giant crater got ripped out of the front side of my house. No thanks to a famous person called Too Late in my livestream chat. Completely trolled me, so my hat goes off to you. And also the big middle finger goes to you as well, because that sucked. It set me back quite a fair while, rebuilding that stuff. But anyway, we shall continue on to our furnace and cook up some clay balls, and hopefully the microphone quality isn't too bad this video. I'm still waiting on a shock mount and a pop filter, so I apologise if you hear any blah noises coming out of my mouth. It will be coming fairly soon, but then again it might take a while. So ordering stuff off Amazon is great, it's cheap, but it takes a while if you live in a small island down south that kind of just bit out of the blue. So it may take a while, but eventually we shall have our setup set up. And I just said the same word twice in context. What the fuck? So anyway, we're going to move on. I don't know how many bricks. I'm pretty sure it takes 4 bricks to make a block. And I don't think we get any more than 1 brick block out of 4 bricks. I don't know if I'm making any sense. But I think we're going to have to wait for a few of them to cook. Because yeah, this recipe is very expensive. So I might join you guys once this is finished. Okay, so we've now got enough bricks cooked up here to finish up the recipe. I do believe, I'm not too sure if there's much I've missed out, but we've made our progress very quickly. We should have this suit very fast. And I imagine the other machinery required to make the suit, I already have most of it. I already have a macerator, compressor, and an extractor set up, I do believe. And that should be all I really need to make this suit, although I could be wrong. I'm always wrong, but hopefully I'm slightly right. But I think we've got everything we need. Copper ingots in the chest, ready to go for us. I probably should put some of this crap away though. I'm not really using it at all. And I always fill my inventory with stuff I don't need. And I'm pretty bad at organising the stuff if I really don't pay attention to it. And if I don't kick myself in the butt to actually do it, I'd never do it. So, I don't know, off camera, I'll probably make a conscious effort to clean the inventory because it's annoying. Don't know where the hell my machine just went, but apparently it's down here. So that was weird. I kind of just spaced out and had no idea where it was. I could have sworn that somebody stole it from me. But anyway, we can just pop our power furnace up here. And, oh god. Oh no. Technical stuff. This isn't going to be fun at all. So hopefully that does something. And what I might do, instead of being full on dirt mode, we might actually check the process of creating the nano suit. And this is a really weird babble. That's not it at all. That's my attempt at touch typing. No nano. No, not now. I'm trying to make a video. Anyway, so carbon plate, raw carbon mesh, raw carbon fiber, coal dust, hydrated coal dust. Oh my goodness. And that is the step that we missed. So we've got to really make some coal dust, and I don't know what the fuck. What the actual poo. How does one achieve this goal? This isn't unachievable. This is unrealistic. So apparently what I just done didn't make any sense. But what I'm going to try and do, I'm going to try and cheat. Hopefully this works. If it doesn't, I will probably go and figure it out for myself. Because I hate being a derp face on camera. Because I spend a lot of time pooping around the place trying to figure things out when it probably doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So anyway, I'm one short of a bucket, which is not fun. So that is probably a necessary ingredient into the hydrated coal, but I just said that wrong, and I think we're just going to casually stroll over here, pick up some water, go bam, and just see if this works. I don't know if it will, but if it does, I'll be happy. I'm pretty sure we need to process the coal, and I think that is the case, which is a shame, but I'm going to figure it out for myself because I'm a big boy and I'll be back. Okay, since I'm an absolute genius, we've now got our coal cooking in the macerator. I'm not quite sure why it didn't click with me in the first place. That dust macerator maybe. But anyway, since I'm not quite sure if you guys have seen this, but our trees have gotten really big. I don't know. I do not remember this tree being this big. I really don't know when this guy grew, but I'm not quite sure. But I think I really want to make a nice little farm here. There's something about this mod, like you get all flyer gadgets and stuff, but you never really get anything that feeds you. I'm not too sure. I'm pretty sure the nanosuit may or may not the nanosuit, the quantum suit may give you unlimited hunger, but for now I don't think we have that luxury. So I don't know, should we make a sexy little word of the day can be pig, sexy little farm for our spuds? You guys let me know because I'm happy to work on it. I haven't actually made one of them before. In my vanilla let's play, you guys would have seen I've actually created a massive wheat farm that can be used for anything pretty much, so that's where I chuck my potatoes. But I guess we could make a potato dedicated farm, but I'm not quite sure if it's redundant or not. So if you guys can let me know if there's any like alternate food sources in terms of like armor or really easy ways to get a crap load of food that doesn't need replenishing or anything like that, please let me know. Very, very far into this mod, and anything that wasn't in TEKKIT, I have no idea that it exists. So my comment section education would be appreciated for any of you guys who know the answers to that stuff. But as always, at the end of the episode, we're going to be crediting our word of the day winner for last episode. And I honestly haven't checked the comment section for that episodes. So hopefully we have a bit of a switch up. I think we had the first two go to the same person. And if it goes to the same person again, I'm going to be very, very, very happy for that guy. Very sad for the rest of you guys going for word of the days. But you do get the guys that are just ninja the crap out of them. But anyway, since in my absence, I guess I can update you guys. It is my channel. I guess it would make sense for me to talk about my channel. In my absence of making videos, I've been ordering a lot of gear, hardware and stuff, trying to figure out some stuff in terms of channel kind of configuration and stuff, trying to make the channel as best I could whilst I couldn't record. So in the upcoming weeks, we should be seeing a increase of quality content, and I don't know, hopefully it gets better. hopefully it doesn't get worse, and I'll be very disappointed. Because one thing that I didn't anticipate with this microphone is how freaking amazingly good it is at picking up bad stuff. And I don't know if I'm happy about that, but as I said in the last video, if anything happens, you guys hear about it. If my dad opens the fridge, you're going to know about it. And you might even know what he's pulling out of there, depending on how much friggin' noise he makes. Which isn't fun, but we shall persevere onwards. I get the feeling that this generator is being a butt face, and or don't do that. Oh my god, am I seriously hacking away at this with a piece of... hacking away this wood with a sword? And I actually don't know how to power this thing, so I feel really shit at life right now. But I'm pretty sure we need some sort of... oh, what? I don't like that. That looks... nope. I do not like any of this. Okay, I like no color because no color is simple. I get the feeling that we're going to need a redstone engine to power that. Some of you guys are probably cringing like, no, you fucking idiot. It is X, Y, and Z, but I'm going to try and make it anyway. I'm actually going to try that off camera because I don't want to fuck it up. But anyway, I'm going to go make a redstone engine, test it out, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so we now got the recipe up. I just went ahead and got some of the ingredients that we needed to make this, and hopefully it works. I really don't want to screw this up at all. I always feel bad if I screw something up, but I don't know, I'm an amateur of this game, and I do apologize if you guys were under the impression that I'm pro, but I'm just learning like you guys. Why does that not work? Why work game? Redwood, oh my... There's something about Redwood that I really do not approve of. It's the fact that it works in half the recipes and not the other half. So that's a little bit disappointing, Redwood. Lift your game, my man. But we've got our regular wood here to lift the game in the absence of the poor form of the redwood, so we have to scold him on that one. Pro tip, don't use redwood if you're making recipes, because it's not going to work in half of them, which is really annoying. I don't see why they don't actually work. Give me my cogs. I'm totally cogless right now, and if I can remember the recipe correctly, we should have a redstone engine at the end of this escapade, and all that we need to power it is a form of redstone current, I do believe. So that'll take the form of a lever rather, and that should pass us by until we figure out something a bit more jacked up. But hopefully this works. I'll be very, very disappointed myself if it doesn't. But to power this thing, all you need to do is just have it adjacent or right next to the engine, and eventually it'll power out. And after this piston finishes, you know, pumping up and down this little blue vein here, it'll eventually turn green and then hot red as veins do. And hopefully that form of power is compatible with this with the furnace. If not, I'm not too sure why the generator isn't working exactly, but we could also always hook it up to a bat box potentially. We could just do it with copper cabling, so I might actually do that. And I won't actually, if I do that and it actually does work, I'm not too sure if it will be the bat box or the redstone engine actually powering it, but I guess we can take a guess, and whoever guesses it correctly wins. And so we've made it before, we'll make it again. And to make our copper cabling, we've actually made it before in the electronic circuit recipes that you guys would have seen, but they actually have a practical use in terms like of a physical kind of form in the world that you can actually use them for. They're not just used in recipes, which might surprise some of you guys, may not surprise a lot of you, but to those who aren't familiar with them, what it may, it surprised me. But anyway, I'm lacking a goddamn axe right now. And what I might just do, instead of getting an axe and being a derp, is make a tree tap out of... Redwood, we've been through this. Why are you so goddamn useless? Again, we have to revert back to our oat wool. It feels like I'm just using the vanilla like kind of ingredients. I really wish that was compatible, but beggars cannot be choosers. We now have a tree tap. So anyway, we have our extractor that we can use to get the rubber wood. So I was tempting to make a actual tree farm as opposed to just tapping them out like this. And I still think I might do that, but for now I think we'll just focus on the nano suit. And I've still got to make that potato farm potentially. Depends on you guys, like if you feel like it's necessary or not. Got a lot of stuff to do, so the episodes are going to be full of flavour, and hopefully you guys don't, you know, I don't know, get too much flavour and kind of have to spit it out. But anyway, what the fuck was that? I don't even know. I always have these dumb tangents that I go on that make no sense, and I get the feeling that... Oh my goodness! Oh, you... What the fuck was that? Seriously. Oh my god, it blew up like 80% of my machinery. Are you kidding? Why is it every freaking time I build a house that doesn't have a door in it, I don't get visited by zombies? No, that wouldn't friggin' blow half the house up. I have to have a creeper walk in and remind me that I've made a mistake I don't. Just don't even. I don't know anymore. There's no certainty within my person at all. I'm actually very confused right now. Alright, so I think it's time to play patch up. I'm very, very sad, guys. What I might do is go fix this up off camera. Fucking gravity. I might go patch this up and gather a bunch of coal dust together. And eventually we got to end this episode sometime soon. So I'll be back, guys, once I'm ready to show you guys the redstone engine and all the bat box powering this thing, getting all the coal dust together and building the suit. So I shall be right back. Okay guys, so if we fast forward about 12 hours, in actuality, it is now morning and I actually gave up recording last night. I kind of just got pissed off and rage quit off this game, and I apologize if you can hear little birdies in the background, but overnight I managed to figure out how to actually make this suit, and it was actually a lot simpler than I expected. This powered furnace isn't even necessary. I don't even know how to use it. I really don't know if I can be bothered. If it's used for anything useful, let me know, guys. I've heard that it cooks meat faster, but that's about it. So for now, we're just going to be macerating some coal dust, rather. And basically, that's all we realistically need. I don't know where I got the idea that I needed hydrated coal. Maybe I was just thirsty. But in the end, I don't actually need this stuff, so it's actually completely redundant. And what we need are these raw carbon plates. And I probably don't have enough coal to make all of this. But I can always just do a little cut and go mining for a little bit. But what we do need are these raw carbon plates, as you've probably seen the recipes a few times. I've just given up on the keyboard. I apologize if you can hear it. I'm trying to be as quiet as possible with it. But at the same time, it is very annoying to type underneath the desk. It feels like you're doing something naughty, and it's not. So what we need to do out of these raw carbon, whatchamacalls, fibers, make them into plates via the mesh. And it is a really annoying process, because what you're doing is just turning 4 into 2, 2 into 1, and then 4 ones into another one, and it makes it really, really difficult. And you might start out with a stack of coal and you think you're loaded, but in actuality you don't exactly have much. And I kind of got lazy and patched up my house like this, but of course, as you saw, I died, and I also died again trying to get some more coal, which was fantastic. So we've got death points left, right, no, not really in the center, but left and right nonetheless. And I really have to make another compressor, but I might do that off camera because it's a pain in the ass to make them. Alright guys, so now we have our compressor in the making. I don't know how many more times I'm going to have to make these things. An epic squeeze, I don't know why they give me achievements again. I also got another one when I made another macerator. I'm kind of very, very upset that I lost a lot of my gear, because you guys know me, it takes me so friggin' long to make the most simplest thing, and when you lose 6 or 7 machines, you kind of cry for a few hours. And it was a sad night last night anyway, grieving the loss of my machinery. But we shall press onwards, and we shall rebuild them at a later date. But what we need to do is just leave this compressor on for a little bit, and we should get a poop ton of carbon plates. I probably won't have a chance to make the whole suit this episode, but rest assured we shall have it made probably in the first couple of minutes of the next episode. I plan on doing a lot of caving in between now and then, and we should be able to see the rest of the suit being made. And I'm probably just going to make the legs or the boots, and if I can afford it, I'll probably do the helmet and the boots. It's always pretty cheap to do those two, and I'd prefer to have 2 as opposed to 1. Obviously I don't need a chest piece due to the jetpack, so that probably saves a lot of carbon plate monies, but I'm not sure exactly how much we need for the boots. And in total we should have about 9 plates when we're finished, so that should be enough to give us the boots and also the helmet. So all we're missing is the legs. We will craft them next episode, but in the meantime I will probably live stream. So if you saw the live stream, let me know that if you were there, but who knows, it may not never happen. But hopefully you guys enjoy the 4th episode of my Feed the Beast Let's Play. Let me know if you enjoyed it, as always, and good luck to those who got the word of the day or are going for it. That is really hard to say. But whilst we cook these carbon plates, I might go update our word of the day sign, and we shall pinch them out of the compressor once we're finished. And if I had a sign on me, that would make life so much easier. Obviously not going to be my boats and hose chest. It's reserved for boats and or hose. But that is the worst attempt at anything. This redwood, it just has potential. I just don't like it though, because it's everything I want it to do, it just doesn't. I just hate that it's like this. How ugly is that? I don't want this. The only way you're going to see the outside is if you like rotate them. And if it was like this on all four sides, I'd be so much happier. It actually would have made this house predominantly out of this stuff. But I am using this stuff a lot. I'm using it a lot more than coal for cooking. Not cooking, but you know what I mean. Grinding shit through the machineries and the generators. A lot easier to get as a power source, considering there is a giant fuck-off sized forest over this way. So what we're going to do is be sneaky as, because I already know who won episode 3's word of the day, and it went actually to the penman. The penman 22, and if I spell your name wrong, man, let me know and I'll fix it. It should be fixed before the next episode. But anyway guys, that was episode 4 of Feed the Beast, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully the keyboard mashing wasn't too bad, and also the microphone quality was fairly nice. As I said a bit earlier, we will be getting a pop filter fairly soon, so any like kind of poopiness that you heard in the audio, it should be fixed in the next upcoming videos, but it might be a little while, so just look out for that guys. But we have our energy crystals all set up, so I actually made 4. I don't think I need that many. I really kind of forgot about the whole jetpack scenario that we had going on, but I'm just going to assume that they are fairly intuitive with the recipes, and I guess I'd be wrong. But anyway, we just got our nano suit booties, and basically what you want to do when creating these suits is basically just make the standard kind of piece of armor, and then just position the whatchamacallit, the energy crystal in a semi-obvious place. But if that doesn't work, you can always just rub that shit out. No, we need an iPod Nano, and I actually really want to make this sword, but for now we stick to the plate and the boots. And a piece of glass, I'm glad to see that in the recipe. It's a lot cheaper to make than a carbon plate, and that's one less carbon plate I need to get on my journey towards getting my carbon legs. And we shall look all suited up and sexy, and I don't know. I'm kind of annoyed that I wasn't able to get them all, but I'll stick to 2 pieces out of 3. I think that's fairly good. And considering my retarded nature, I think we got a fair bit of progress done, all things considered. So anyway guys, I'm going to go suit up, and I think I shall salute you guys goodbye. We look like, I don't know, Megatron's black cousin. Autobots are, I don't even know. What the fuck am I even saying? I better end this video before I sound like an idiot. Any more than I have to. But anyway guys, episode 4 of Feed the Beast. I hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you in the next episode of Feed the Beast.